Hello, scrapbooking buddies. We're going to make a carousel page today. So we are starting here with a 12 by 5 red piece of paper. You could make it to a double page spread if you want. I'll show you that later. You're going to need the jumbo circle and the red blade. So we're going to start by marking this at the 6 and then 4 inches down. So on this side it's going to be the 4 and on this side it's going to be the 8. Okay, so we are going to line up the edge of this because this is going to be the top of our carousel. So we're going to line that up on the 6 and bring this edge down and bring it to the 8. So let's just make sure that's looking close. It doesn't have to be exact. Okay, so we're going to bring that down and cut here. And then we're going to do that on the other side. We're going to start it here at the point. We're going to bring it down to that little mark we made on the 4, and then we're going to cut that. Okay, so that's going to be the top of our carousel. Let's get rid of these two little things right here. And now we're going to need some double fans. So I have the double fan border maker cartridge, and we're going to do a couple different colors. So let's try the blue. And we open that up and put that in there. And let's move this out of our way for right now. And go ahead and punch one of those. Okay, so we have one in the blue. And then let's go ahead and do one in like a gold yellow color. So let's flip that back around and put that in there and punch one more. Okay, so now we got 2 of those. We're done with our border punch. Get that out of the way. Now we're going to need some poles for our animals. So I'm going to be using bronze today. And you'll need your trimmer. And we're going to need, let's bring this back around so you can see it. You're going to need 2 double fans, which we just did. And then you need 2 or 3, depending on how many poles you're going to have. I did a double page spread, so it just depends on how many pictures you have. So I'm going to do it at a 1/4 inch, so 2 or 3. And I think I only have 2 pictures for this page, so maybe we'll just do 2. Okay, so we got 2 of those. Okay, now we can start assembling. Okay, so I am using paper. Oh, I love the summer paper. So we're Sun Rays for Days. So we're going to use this. This is going to be the top of our tent. So I am going to flip it over and I'm going to put some repo adhesive all the way down. So you can see we're going to use that on the edge. And then I'm going to put my yellow one down first. And it's just going to come to the top of that. I'll flip it over so you can see it in just a minute. Okay, so that it's looking like that. Okay, then we're going to do the blue one too, but we're going to kind of off center it. So I'm going to put a little bit more adhesive on this, and we're going to start it off like this. I'm going to put a little bit more adhesive on that just to make sure it's sticking good. And we're going to start it so it's in the middle, and then just kind of line it up with the bottom edge of that. See how that's lining up nice. And then we're going to need to take our scissors, and we're going to need to pull this side because we off-centered it and bring it into the other side. So we'll bring that here. We're going to bring this little piece back in over here and line that up. Perfect. Okay. So now we can bring our carousel tent in over here. And let's grab our poles. So I have 2 pictures. We went to the zoo and rode the carnival, the carousel. So let's see, we're gonna just play with where we want these, and then we'll cut them off because I want to bring a couple animals in for the carousel. So let's bring this over here and bring that in like right there. And then I grabbed some animals from What a Zoo. I've got a zebra. So we're going to kind of bring that up a little bit. And I have this really fun one. So we're going to bring him and I'll maybe put him down. I don't know. I don't know if I like. I'm going to flip these around. Get the stripes away from the stripes. Then we're going to come back in here. We're going to trim these off before we put them down. So, and then we're going to put a little adhesive on that. Bring that in here and stick it down like that. Make sure I didn't break. And then we're going to do the same with this one. Come back up here, cut this pole off. And we're going to put a little adhesive on that. Bring that in over here. So I did it about an inch. It looks like that's a little crooked, so we can bring that back in. I did it an inch on this side, so I'll probably do an inch on this side. And I'm going to straighten this up a little bit, like that. So 1 inch all the way up. Then go ahead and put your adhesive on the top of your carousel. And put that in there. And now we're ready to add our animals and add our pictures. So let me go ahead and put a little adhesive on my picture. And bring him in here like this cutie patootie. And then bring my other cutie patootie, my grandsons, and bring him in here. We could put mats on here if we wanted. And let's see, I can have his tail come over a little bit like that and a little bit like that. You could put a flag on it. You could make this a double page spread. Just a quick 5-minute video for you how to make a carousel. If you like this, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell me how you liked it, what you're going to do with it, and happy scrapbooking.